Hey guys, welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm. My name's Kevin and this is my livestock guardian dog. She is an Anatolian and her name is Daisy. She's 4 years old and she is the dog in the thumbnail of this video. And the whole purpose of this video is to bring awareness of the possibility of losing your small pet, which it could be a dog, it could be a cat, to predators like coyotes. And we thought this was the perfect time to make this video because here in Northeast Oklahoma especially, late February, early March is the peak season for coyotes to start breeding. And the males and the females get very aggressive at this time. And me and my wife Rachel was talking, we've been seeing a lot of posts on Facebook pop up about people losing their pets out in the rural areas and out in the country and stuff. And then some livestock owners losing kid goats and sheep and ewes and lambs to predators as well. And here recently, these coyotes around our place have been going crazy at nighttime. I'm going to put up some pictures here and there that we got from just our corner of our property in our wooded area from our trail cams and our game cams where these coyotes keep coming across. And last night, just last night, I think the 24th of February, Daisy, she actually jumped the fence and went and chased one off. I don't have any video footage of it. I just have that screenshot of where the trail cam texts me a picture of what set off the motion sensor. Ain't that right, girl? And just to let you know, our dog Daisy has no wounds or no harm to her. This is something that she does just about every other night. These coyotes keep coming up to our property. And I think they're testing the dogs. But one thing is, guys, I'll show a little video clip here in a minute, but let me talk about it. What happens, these coyotes are not stupid. They make it in life, and there's a lot of them. But they do very well adapting to everything, you know, the housing additions and stuff like that. And one thing they do is they trick your dogs. They'll take your dogs. One of them will come up to the fence and, you know, let the dog smell it and everything, and it'll do its thing, and then the dog will go chase it off. Well, what you don't know is the 2 and 3 or the pack of coyotes sitting out in the woods waiting for this dog to follow that one coyote into the woods, and then they gang up on your dog, and if your dog's alone, it's not going to have a very good fight against a whole pack of coyotes. And I'll throw up a screenshot here of I think it's 3 coyotes we got. It was earlier February, but they do run in packs, so you got to be careful about that. And although I don't think Daisy would have a problem with 2 or 3 coyotes, but if there was a large male or 4 or 5, she would have a hard time holding her ground with that many. Like I said, guys, a lot of people are losing their pets right now and they don't have any idea where they're going. And then they'll say that they heard coyotes or they seen coyotes, you know, a couple days before. A lot of times what coyotes will do is they'll come around your fence perimeter when they don't think you're watching and stuff, and they'll kind of just send out scouts and they'll kind of keep an eye, and they actually pick up on your routines when you let your dogs out, when you're home, when cars come and go. Like I said, they're really smart, so you got to keep an eye on your small animals. So one of my best friends has a camera system set up on his house, and I'm going to show that right now. What this is he has German Shepherds, and his German Shepherds were picking up on a scent or maybe the sound of the coyotes. I can't remember the story for sure. And he lets them out every once in a while. They live in his house. But what happened is they heard these coyotes close to their house, so these 2 German Shepherds went to chase these coyotes off. Well, here in a second you're going to see what happens. The coyotes turned on the German Shepherds, chasing them back to the house. There was a whole pack of them. So that is one thing that me and my wife Rachel, we wanted to make everybody aware. We know how much all of our viewers love their fur babies, their dogs and their cats and their goats, whatever you guys got. So just do a little better job right now. If you're used to letting your dogs out in the morning or nighttime, you might kind of check things out around your property if it's not really well fenced. These coyotes like to make a little snack out of all these little dogs in a heartbeat. And it's something to take very serious because you can get online and you can read about this. There's tons of people that have testimonies and situations where they've lost their animal and they've seen the coyotes jump their backyard fence or jump a fence and come into their yard right in broad daylight. A lot of people let their animals out, like their dogs, out in the morning to use the restroom while they're getting ready for work and stuff, and they go look and the dogs are nowhere to be found. And a lot of people actually witnessed the coyotes running off with their little chihuahuas and even bigger dogs in their mouth. And there's a lot of YouTube videos, there's a lot of video clips and stuff online where these coyotes can actually jump like a 6-foot fence. Even in urban areas, guys. We live in Northeast Oklahoma. We live about 45 minutes away from Tulsa, but there is a lot of coyote sightings in Tulsa where people see them on their surveillance cameras and stuff, stealing cats and little dogs. And just like I showed you the little video clip here just a second ago, it's not always the little dogs that the coyotes go after. If there's enough of them, they'll make a snack out of your German Shepherd or your Rottweiler or whatever. So you just gotta stay aware, because this stuff happens when you least expect it. So guys, just to touch base again, that is why we're putting out this video at this time, trying to get it out in time, because late February, early March, it looks like nationwide, just about all 50 states or the lower 48 states have coyotes, and even up north you guys have wolves and stuff. But this video is about the coyotes, and I was just wondering when I was going to make this video, and then I get the notification on my phone about last night when Daisy went after the coyote just right here behind her house. And I was showing Rachel, and she said, you got to make that video now. You might actually save somebody's fur baby. And that goes, if you guys got livestock, say you got chickens. If you got chickens, they put off a pretty good scent. And like I said, guys, these coyotes are very smart. They have very good sense of smell. They're gonna know you raise chickens. And another predator is fox. Fox and coyotes will pick your chickens off like crazy. If you don't have some kind of a dog, I'm not saying you have to have a livestock guardian dog, which in my opinion, livestock guardian dogs do a lot better than any other dogs against coyotes and protecting your livestock. But any dog will kind of alert you. Even our little small dog Skeeter, just about a month and a half ago, I was outside grilling and Skeeter is outside. He starts looking towards the woods out over by our fence, and he starts going crazy, and I'm thinking it's just a stray cat or anything. Well, I had a flashlight outside with me, and I shined that thing over there, and bright as day I was seeing these lights light up, and it was the eyeballs of a coyote, and that sucker took off running. This thing was sitting here while I'm outside grilling, making all kinds of noise, and what he was doing is he either smelled our cat that lives out here in this garden shed, or he smelled Skeeter and is wanting to make a little snack. And I know a lot of people think that, oh, my little dog's fast enough, the coyotes can't get him anything. Take a little time and go do some YouTube searches where people have these cameras set up on their house for security reasons and stuff like that, trail cams around their house. You'll find videos to where these coyotes snatch up pretty good sized dogs. A lot of it isn't very pleasant to watch, so do it at your own risk. But I promise you guys, if you are attached to your fur babies, especially your little dogs, you better pay attention, especially about this time, because these coyotes are out and about no matter where you live. And the more housing additions and the more the big cities grow and stuff, that kind of puts a lot of pressure on the game that these predators hunt, like deer and whatever else. You know, if a housing addition comes in, it probably pushes the deer further away, but the coyotes still like to live around those areas. So it makes it harder for them to find their natural prey, like rabbits and deer and stuff like that. So they start going to these backyards where it's easy to pick off cats and little pet dogs and stuff like that. So I got a goat trying to knock my tripod camera over here, rubbing his horns and stuff on it, so bear with me. But yeah, I want to hear some of your guys' stories. In the comments below, leave a comment. Have you guys had any experience where you've lost or know someone that has personally lost any of their pets due to coyotes? So I got a story to share with you guys. We used to raise sheep before we raised these goats about 4 or 5 years ago, and we actually had 2 herds of sheep. We had a bunch of sheep born, and we were trying to wean them off their mama. So we put all the lambs over in our small pasture with our livestock guardian dog Bear that we used to have. At one time we only had the one Great Pyrenees. Well, all the ewes was over here in the big field, and one mama just had babies like that week. Well, what happens is the scent from those new babies, the coyotes started coming around, and the day after I took the livestock guardian dog out, whenever we moved the lambs for weaning, the next morning the coyotes come and they killed one of our mama ewes. They took both the twin lambs, and they did not leave anything but the head and the actual spine and the skin of the mama ewe. So it was a bad deal. I gotta hold this camera, these goats won't quit rubbing their horns on it and knocking it over. But anyways, guys, it can happen in a heartbeat. Like I was just telling you the story, the coyotes took out this mama ewe and the babies within an hour's time, and they pretty much devoured the mama, took the baby lambs. And we have 48-inch field wire all around our property, and you know, we have it to where no dogs or anything can get under. I don't know how they got in here because I didn't see them. All I seen was them over there devouring that mama sheep, and I didn't even have time to grab a you know what, because as soon as they seen me outside, they were gone. They've already eaten all that they could eat. They took the lambs and they were back into the woods. I don't even know how many there was. I counted at least 4. So that's just a little story I got to share with you guys. I just hope you guys don't have to deal with this, because it could happen. If you guys are like us, we get really attached to our pets. Like Skeeter, he's our little house dog, and before we got the fence and the gate put up, that's one thing that we always worried about, even with our bigger dogs around. Because if he goes out moseying around, picking up on a little rabbit trail or something, gets in the woods and gets away from Mojo, he don't have that protector, that bodyguard. Those coyotes are really sly. They'll sit there and watch him and maybe even trick him into chasing one or a smaller one out into the woods, and then 2 or 3 of them pounce on him and grab them, and they're gone. So anyways, guys, just wanted to share that with you. Be aware, make all your friends and neighbors, your family aware if, you know, they don't have the ability to sit there and watch their pets right now when they let them out. Maybe think twice about it. It's something to think about anyway. So anyways, if you're not subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, like this video, and we'll see you next time. And hopefully nobody loses any pets to coyotes.